Hi there, everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel. And a very Merry Christmas to everybody. And it's going to be a fun day with family and friends and all that food and drink. Hope you enjoy that. A big thing, of course, at the moment, Richard Hart is live streaming, and so I'm going to get back to that after this video, and we'll check that out too. We've got lots to talk about. Let's get straight into it. Hex.com. We're going to get straight in today of 753, the 24th of December 2021. And wow, look at this, folks. You're going to be happy. 31.499, basically 31.5 cent snapshot. Beautiful, up 6.3%. Very cool. Trading in the range as we expected. And let's get straight into it. So the multiplier return on investment 5,580x in price excludes staking, and you're going to get a way better ROI if you thought that was good. Payout per T-share, beautiful as always, 5.953, and looking stellar. And T-share rate, wow, $6,272, folks. We're getting back up there again. And let's have a look at the T-share rate. Are we going to hit 20,000 for the end of the year? We are counting it down. The current day, of course, is the 25th. So we got an increase of 5.9 today. We still need 89 to hit that 20,000 mark. So let's see how we go. 6 days left, and we need some big days in there to make that happen. Average stake length 5.96, and looking super good, up slightly from yesterday, heading towards 6 years. Beautiful. That's a key metric. It means more inflation is deferred into the future. Annual percentage yield rate, interest and early in-stake penalties, 37.83%. Gotta love that return. Really is good. I think that's the best one in the last 10 days. Nice. Liquidity pool of 116.3 million. That's going down. And I saw Kinetics publish some extra audio with Richard Hart back in London on the 2nd of December or 3rd of December, somewhere around there. No, it was actually probably the 1st of December before the meetup. And he was saying, well, they don't think there's much in the pool, and Rich was saying there's not much in the pool for them to get that big buy demand from their pipeline. So when Hex scale comes up, so this is going to be an issue. Limit orders, matcher, 1 inch, going to help them. People can, basically sell into it or whatever. But man, it's going to be challenging, as I said earlier. Pump metals for 2022 looks amazing. Liquidity in the pool of 35 million, and that's US dollars. Nice. And you can see that's the best. It's a 5 million increase on 10 days ago, and 7 million increase on day 743, 8 days ago. ETH 1,370, looking really cool. And look at that compared to a lot more ETH in there. Let's look at the valuations: 19.38 billion, and market cap 181.33 billion, including the Origin accounts. T-share rate is market cap 67.14 billion, and a number of T-shares 10,704,000, down 1,800. So man, oh man, if you're in this, you are looking good. 10 days ago, we were at 10,739, so we are down about 35,000 T-shares, making your T-share even more valuable. Let's have a look at the total supply. It's 637.2 billion total Hex. Minted inflation 23.5, getting back up there in terms of minted inflation. Circulating supply is 575.6 billion, and of course most of that's in the Origin account. So really, we're sitting somewhere between 4 and 5% circulating supply of the total amount. 637. Change in circulating supply, 111 million. So another big day. These stakes coming out at the moment. Some pretty big stuff coming out there at the moment. So very cool. I think one of them was a shark yesterday. I think that may have been a shark yesterday, but we'll see. Stake supply 61.5 billion, and that is down 87 million, of course. And look at that, last 10 days. This is what we expect to see, and we've seen it. Very cool. Let's start GA amounts going up there as well. So we'll just jump past those. Good accounting. 9.66% stake percentage coins, down slightly there, and down the lowest so far. So if you're in staking, you're a winner. We're probably getting some stuff coming out for the sacrifice as well. So expect to see more of that as well. So cool. Payout 63.7 million Hex. Penalties 580,000. Expect this to go up with the PulseX sacrifice. I should say. Total holders are 397.5. 397,500, heading towards 400,000. Nice. 550, great day. And I can't wait till we get the triples figures again. Very, very nice. Current stake is 72,964, up 87. Change in total stake is 119 to 91,900, and total holders, current holders, sorry, 276,617, up 368. That's the results. Let's look at the price, of course. Here we are on the hourly, and Richard Hart is live, talking a lot about the PulseX sacrifice period gamification and the tokenomics for PulseX and the yield farming token yet to be named. And of course, look, we've got a nice big pump back up there from the range. Now we did test that 32 cents, as we said, didn't quite get there, 32, 32.5, and then we came back down. And as I said yesterday's live stream, we might do this 2 or 3 times, but of course now we have a little bit of pump metal coming out of Richard Hart's news in there in the live stream. That certainly has got us back there faster. We were riding back up anyway, but yeah, that candle there, Richard Hart helped that along the live stream there. So once that news filters out, there's about 2,800 people watching or something, so that's going to filter out there. So a good chance we'll break it on the second go, rather than having to wait 2 or 3 goes to try and break that 32.5 cent mark. Get us into 33 to 38 cent range. Very cool. Let's jump over to liquidity. We've got 85.6% in USDC. 85.6. Current rate at the moment, 31.6 cents Hex, and the T-share just under $6,300. And that's going up. You can see it's going up now. Nice. And of course, we can't wait till it crosses over the all-time high before. T-share price in yellow is a function of 2 things: the Hex price, which is going up, and of course the T-share rate, which is a fundamental part of the mathematics in Hex, and it goes only up and to the right. We head towards 20,000. It's going to be a big day. We're going to get there by the 31st of December. Let's see. It's going to be pretty close, whatever it's going to be. So it could be the end of the year number or a beginning of the new year as a big number. So either way, it sounds pretty cool. All right, so let's get into the adoption as it continue to go up, and we expect that to radically increase as we head towards Pulse Chain and PulseX. Of course, the payouts have been spectacular, almost at 6 Hex per T-share as a base, rather than just with penalties. The 15-year staking ladder here for everybody. Still got those few stakes at the beginning here, and then the next one, of course, is May. So let's quickly look at the visualization for 4 months. Let's go to the dashboard here. I was supposed to set this up, but hey, I forgot to, so we'll get straight into it as quick as possible. As we go through here, and we can see that same staking ladder is down here. We're going to just change the time frame and get into there. We're going to go now. Yep, and we're going to show dates, and we're going to go down there. We're going to go 5 months now, so we can see the May data, and we're going to months, and bam, and update. There we go, boom. All right, so we've had another candle come out. We've got this small one. These are all new stakes. This one, all new, only done about 10 days or so ago, something like that, 8-10 days. And so we've got 474 million and 774, and of course this was our original last candle, so that's 781. So we've got 185 T-shares coming out by then. If we include this next one on the second, 212 T-shares, 1,000 T-shares coming out there. And then it's a big gap all the way through till May. And that's when our next big candle is, and it's not many during the year 2022, which makes the fundamentals so good. Expect to see some of this will be sacrificed. How much? Who knows? How much of the stakes that are in the future as well get early in staked and sacrificed is another thing as well. But we do know it's pretty strong interest in sacrificing, about 54% based on our impulse. Let's have a look at the Hex Whalebot. 22 hours, $300,000 was staked for 2,500 days. Got 120 T-shares. Nice. 310,000 stake for just under 10 years. What was that, 9 years, something like that? That 150 T-shares. That was 21 hours ago. 17 hours ago, 1.2 million Hex was sold. 14 hours ago, $2 million worth of Hex was staked for max stake 5555, 1,041 T-shares. Nice. Congratulations to them. Very, very cool. Man, that's going to accumulate some nice Hex there. 1 million Hex was just bought 14 hours ago. Very cool. 621 US dollars worth of Hex was staked for 3,200. Was about was that 9 years, something like that. Again, 280 T-shares. Very cool. And then another one there, $622,000 was staked for 15 years as well. 301 T-shares. Very, very nice there. I wonder if some of those I had 623 stake for about 9 years ago, 300. That was 9 hours ago. Just wonder whether some of those are Origin accounts. That'd be interesting because expecting some staking from them. 21 million US dollars stake for 10 days, and they got 3,600. That's a lot of hex value there. 3,628 TCS. It's one of those short stakes. 10 days, probably trying to play out the sacrifice possibly. We'll see. 1.2 million just sold on Uniswap Vision 3. And then that was 6 hours ago. 4 hours ago, 2.4 million just sold as well. So that's where we get started getting a bit selling there. Then we got 1,037 minutes ago bought for 308,000. Very, very cool. And then, of course, 80 million hex. Wow. Just end state. And, of course, that was 22 minutes ago before the cutoff time from the looks of it. So, yeah, I think that was just before, possibly, or just after, one of the two. And that was yeah, a 46-day stake. So wow. All right, so very, very cool. All right, let's jump on to Pulse Chain. Pulse Chain is ticking away, and of course, here's the website, and we're going to jump from there to the GitLab where the updates are. So no real new updates since the version 6 was updated, and PulseNet testnet is 2.0 still going along, 3.7 blocks. And ticking away. So that's pretty fast. But jump through. Let's have a look at the Pulse Chain, PulseX milestone. Obviously, we've got our rocket. So rocket's too far down. We're going to rocket up here as we are heading back up to 31.5 cents at a rocket. I've changed it to green from orange because it's kind of, very bullish green. Now, we've got a couple of things going on here. We've got the fiat on-ramp that is proceeding from Richard's point of view. I think the Connect team's also doing their own fiat on-ramp. So we'll see whether that's the case. Looking good. So fiat on-ramp credit card in particular, and might have another type of fiat on-ramp coming in as well. So Richard talked about that today in today's live stream. I've shifted out the Pulse Chain mainnet out to early February. I've still got it here on the 15th of January as the earliest date, but I really think that we'll probably now be shifting out the Pulse Chain mainnet probably the beginning of February, is my guess. Of course, Richard's the one that decides when this is going to launch, but just trying to grapple with the information as it comes out. PulseX, of course, sacrifice. Looks like it's going to be, I'm going to go back and listen to a couple of Richard's comments, but this is what I gleaned so far. PulseX sacrifice likely 10,000 PulseX tokens per dollar, pretty similar to the Pulse Chain sacrifice. That's likely at the moment, so not 100% certain, but that's likely, Richard said. Similar to Pulse Chain tokens, they're pretty much all those tokens will be sacrificable that you could do before. So ETH and Bitcoin Cash, and all the rest of it. Shorter mercy period. So he didn't like the mercy period on Pulse Chain, and that's that the people that got on late, paying like $2,000 for 10,000 points and stuff like that. So it's just too high. Just going to look at trying to reduce that impact on the mercy period. And of course, that's after the official period of the launch. So I've still got 19 days in here. And so if that's similar to stays in place, that would be very, very cool. Now, I did think he said something about possibly being a little longer. So I'll just double check that and update this timeline as possible. So it's going to try and make that less severe on the mercy period, but the main official launch period for Pulse sacrifice should be fine. I'm hoping that he does make it a little shorter. That'd be very cool. So we'll find out a bit more details. He's got a couple of days to let that know. But he does, his live stream does say that the PulseX sacrifice is going to launch in the next few days. So that looks on track. 80-90%. So my 27th date here is going to be on the money. So it's a couple of days from now, for 25th now. All right. So 80-90% too late for charity. So it looks like it's 89% chance that there will be no charity attached to PulseX sacrifice, unlike Pulse Chain. And of course, it looks like the cause for the sacrifice, we have no expectations of others, will be freedom of association movement. Obviously, people trying to remove our freedoms, which we should all push back on, because without freedoms, you're in big trouble. 21% of some of the tokenomics courses, 21% will be buyback and burn on PulseX, so it's going to be truly deflationary, and of course that buyback and burn on every transaction, so it's going to be pretty epic. So 0.29, 21% of 0.29% of every transaction on the PulseX swap, which will be the biggest behemoth on Pulse chain will do a massive buyback and burn over time. That will have a huge impact. Deflationary, very cool. There's going to be a new yield farming token, of course. It's not going to be PulseX for the yield farming. It's going to be something new. He hasn't named it yet, and so that's also going to be decided by the DAO. It looks like the PulseX will be able to decide the DAO allocation of the new token to avoid gamification by large liquidity holders using the new coin for the DAO. So it looks pretty cool. Hex scale is still in play, of course, and that's massive buying pressure. They've got to work out how they're going to get a lot of supply when there's not that much around, relatively speaking, for big buyers. Funding Gym Billionaire Liaison is still moving along there with meetings before the end of the year, as we understand it. Very cool. Let's get on to Richard's tweets. Of course, Richard did talk about the DAO that controls the incentive token, so we just talked about that. Looks like he's going to go with PulseX on that one, which I think is a better move. And he's got obviously some streams there. Don't fall for fake coins. People trying to scam you, because obviously it's an easy thing. Make sure you always go through the official sites. Richard, of course, went live, and here is Richard Hart live. Very cool. And you can see PulseX.com sacrifice phase starts in a few days. I have posted the link on the community tab, so definitely check that out. Bitcoin, Ethereum bounce, PulseX sacrifice in days. World's largest airdrop coming along fine. Nice. So definitely get in and watch that, because there's lots of great stuff, especially at the beginning around the PulseX sacrifice gamification and tokenomics. Still a little bit more to come, but looking really good. All right, hope you enjoyed that one. Feel free to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. If you want to become a member of the channel, hit that join button. We've got PulseX, Hexskins, and the Richard Hart Club, of course, and look really cool. Enjoy your Christmas day. Really is fun, and we're going to have our Christmas dinner in probably about half an hour, so look forward to that. All right, bye for now.